What if true abundance isn't something you work for, but something you tune into? That's exactly what I did by using Joe Dispenza's meditations and teachings. I conditioned myself to tune into the frequency of abundance so many times until I 30x'd my income from $1,000 a month to $30,000 a month. I had a net worth of more than $700,000 and I was able to create my dream life and travel the world indefinitely. And now it's time for you to create your abundant dream life. And that's why in today's video I reveal the 3-step Joe Dispenza Abundance Formula that shifted my reality from lack to a full bank account, how to collapse time to live in your abundant future now, and the exact blueprint that allowed me to 30x my income. If you continue to treat your mind in the same way as I treated Billy the cactus, then you will struggle financially for at least another decade. And even the universe remembers Billy the cactus.
Oh, Billy, you were too young. Rest in peace.
When I moved into my very first apartment, I bought myself a cactus. And you might be asking yourself, why a cactus? Well, because I was convinced that every other flower would die in my loving care, but a cactus would make it. Well, I was wrong. I was such an excellent gardener that even Billy the cactus, and yes, that's Billy, didn't make it because I didn't water Billy for such a long time. And now you might be asking yourself, what does that have to do with creating my abundant dream life? Imagine your mind as a vast living garden. Every thought is a seed and every emotion a drop of water. When you wake up anxious, replaying yesterday's worries, that's like watering weeds. When you feel joy, gratitude and faith, you're watering flowers. And the soil, the quantum field, doesn't judge. It grows whatever you consistently feed it. In his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Joe Dispenza describes that we become attached to our habitual feelings and that the emotions we feel over and over again, no matter if they serve us or not, become addictive. And that's why it's so important to water your mind and your heart with emotions that serve you. And Joe Dispenza's meditations are absolutely perfect for that, because remember, we have to unmemorize old emotions and memorize new emotions. That's the process through which we change from the old self to the new self, because internal change requires a change of our emotional state. And yes, Joe Dispenza describes this principle in his book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And in his book Becoming Supernatural, he emphasizes that we have to get out of a state where these feelings own us. And that's why I now want to ask you, what emotions will you water your mind and heart with today? Don't allow your mind and your heart to wither like I allowed Billy the cactus to wither.
Oh, Billy, oh my Billy.
This leads us to step 1 of the abundance framework. Step into the emotional state of creation. In his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Joe Dispenza reminds us that we can't think one way and feel another way and then expect our life to change. And that's why we have to sprinkle healthy emotional water on your new thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions. And here are some practical action steps that you can take in order to enter the emotional state of creation. Action step 1. Start your day by immediately jumping into positive emotions. At the beginning of my manifestation journey, I was broke and bedridden, and my emotional state that I had the moment I opened my eyes in the morning could be best described with the following words. An impending feeling of doom, paired with a whole bunch of hopelessness. So yes, thank you universe for reminding me of this time.
You are welcome.
So here's what I did. Every morning, right after I opened my eyes, I put a Joe Dispenza meditation on, and I went into as many positive emotions as I possibly could, which allowed me to keep the voice of my old self that wanted me to fail, that wanted me to go back into the negative emotions out. And I kept it out of my mind, out of my heart, out of my head, out of my being. And the more often I did that, the more this old self was floating in a faraway distance. Action step 2. Water your garden by practicing the emotions of words. It's a fun game and a really good practice to shift your emotional state. Here's how it goes. Repeat words such as abundance, wealth, freedom, and really feel the emotions behind these words. Don't just see them as empty words, but do your best when you repeat these words to feel the emotions that these words represent for you. And the more you do that, the easier it will get for you to shift your emotional state. Action step 3. Express the emotions of your future with your body. Use your body as a manifestation tool and move it in a way that brings you joy, that makes you feel free, that makes you feel abundant. No matter if you want to do yoga in this way or if you want to dance in this way, do something with your body, because remember, in the same way as your emotional state influences your physiology also influences your emotional state. And in week number 7 of my 8-week one-on-one coaching program, the Abundance Reality Shift coaching program, we're going to use your body in a very specific way to manifest your abundant dream life and to, throughout the day, stay in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It has to do with anchoring, with emotional expression, with priming, and you will absolutely love this exercise. And now that you are a better gardener than I was with Cactus Billy, it's time for you to use the quantum blueprint that Joe Dispenza shared with us. Without the next key principle I'm about to share with you, it will be impossible for you to receive your manifestation. And Joe Dispenza knows that. Because manifesting is kind of like throwing a boomerang. But the problem is, for most people, when they throw the boomerang, it immediately falls to the ground the moment they throw it, or they throw it in a way where the universe cannot throw it back.
I'm ready, come on, bring it on!
I said boomerang, not plate.
Sorry.
Here's how the quantum field works. The only way for you to receive the materialization of your manifestation in your physical reality is by sending something into the field. That's the only way the field can respond to you. The boomerang can only come back to you if you throw it in the first place. In his book, You Are the Placebo, Joe Dispenza describes this boomerang process as rehearsing our future with a clear intention and an elevated emotion. And in his book, Becoming Supernatural, Joe Dispenza describes how your coherent brain sends the intention out into the field. And you can do that in a meditation by repeating the intention in your mind. For example, I make X amount of dollars each month, and by then creating an image. And the elevated emotion that you create with your coherent heart then draws the experience back to you into your physical reality, and those two in combination then lead to the materialization of your manifestation. And according to Joe Dispenza, this takes us from living in the past to living in the future, and this leads us directly to step number 2 of the abundance framework. Build the mental and emotional blueprint. And yes, the blueprint is really simple.
You just have to combine chickpeas with cake.
No, not this blueprint, the other one.
Oh yeah, my bad. You combine the clear intention with the elevated emotion.
Here are some practical action steps that allow you to accomplish this every day. Action step 1. Incorporate this simple blueprint into every meditation you do. No matter if you do a Joe Dispenza meditation or you immerse yourself in one of the more than 60 guided meditations and hypnosis files that you get as a free bonus for investing in my audio program and that allow you to manifest health, love, and wealth, I want you to choose an image and to then send the intention out into the field and to really draw the experience back to you with an elevated emotion that you feel deep within your heart. Action step 2. Create the images you want to send out into the field in great detail. Be creative, add life to them, experience the scenes with all your senses. Don't hold back. Fully experience your future in these images. That's how you send a strong signal into the field. Action step 3. Experiment with different emotions. Reality creation is all about flow. One day you might associate abundance with a feeling of freedom. Then the next day you might associate it with a feeling of safety. Go with that flow. Remember that this emotional experience can be like a river that is flowing. It can change and you can adjust the emotions accordingly. And now that you get more comfortable with this blueprint, it's time to collapse time. Now it's time for you to stand tall and to become the main character of your movie with the title My Abundant Dream Life. And no, you don't have to wait for a casting director to recognize your talent. So yes, your life is like a movie and it's time that you step into the character of your abundant self. And yes, I just recognized that this is the wrong movie, but anyway, it's time for you to step into that character, to become it, to embody it. But you have to be careful, because this change, this transformation, requires changes on the subconscious level and on the conscious level. While the meditations you immerse yourself in work on the deep subconscious level, there is also a conscious aspect of manifesting that a lot of people forget about. That's the part that happens with your eyes open. In his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Joe Dispenza reminds us that we become truly powerful when our actions are equal to our thoughts and our behaviors are equal to our intentions. Now I want to ask you, do you act like an abundant person? And if not, how would you act if you were an abundant person? Let me know in the comments below. I promise that I will reply to your comment. And this leads us to step number 3 of the abundance formula. Collapse time by living in your future now. When you act like your future self now, the quantum field reorganizes matter to match your intention. And that's when you no longer wait for the future, but you experience it in the moment, and therefore you collapse time, because you are living in the experience. Now here are a few practical exercises to live in the future now. Exercise 1. Visualize your future self giving you advice and talking to you in a motivating and inspiring way. And in my opinion, you can perfectly combine this with the Joe Dispenza meditation. Exercise 2. Whenever you are faced with a decision, ask yourself, what would the abundant version of me do? Then do that. Exercise 3. Practice walking in front of the mirror as the abundant self. Practice standing like the abundant self. Embody your new character just like an actor. Just like I perfectly embody Indiana Jones. Pew pew. And in week 3 of my 8-week one-on-one coaching program, the Abundance Reality Shift Coaching Program, we're going to create your abundant self in great detail. And you're also going to practice embodying this new self with method acting techniques. And if you're ready to find out more about this coaching program, you can go to affirmation2manifestation.com/abundance or click on the first link in the description. And there you can also watch countless video testimonials from previous coaching clients, and you can find out more about the very special bonus session that you get for joining this month. And if you also want to find out more about my audio program that I mentioned at a previous point in the video, where I talked about the one bonus, which includes more than 60 guided meditations and hypnosis files, then you can click on the second link in the description or go to affirmation2manifestation.com/mastery. And I just know that once you behave and act like the abundant self every day, abundance will be your natural state, and then more and more money will flow to you. Just like $30,000 a month are flowing to me. And if you're ready to find out how I consistently manifest this amount of money per month with Joe Dispenza's meditations, then you can watch this video next.